What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this Monday night? Welcome to the Stay Faithful
Hey, we got
podcast. I'm Ty. It's David. What's going on, buddy?
what's good. We got another Victory Monday though.
It's a Victory Monday.
Preseason.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
A victory is a victory. We'll take it.
Them guys that are in the bubble showed some resilience yesterday. Though.
We're not being picky. You know, I gotta say it was a good game, and it's good to see those guys on the bubble out there fighting, playing some good football. Because there was a lot of guys who kind of showed up and flashed and made some plays, and it was exciting to see. Why is my camera bugging out? Okay, there we go. How'd you like the game overall? What'd you think?
Overall, I mean, I only got to see the fourth quarter because it was my mom's birthday. Shout out to my mom.
Oh, gotcha. Shout out to her.
Turned 29 yesterday. She's younger than me.
Yep.
But it was like what I saw. It was pretty much the third stringers and the guys that were on the bubble. But I saw a lot of effort, except for Nick Martin was out there though. But he needs reps.
I know. I think they just wanted to give him
out there. He needs reps.
Yeah. He was out there a lot, which shocked me. I didn't think he'd be out there that much, especially when he started making plays in the beginning. I figured they'd be like, all right, that's enough. Let's pull him. But they left him out there basically the whole game, which was crazy.
He's kind of he didn't play that many games last season.
What up, Papa J? Right? Yeah.
So it's kind of like, he's new to us. We gotta get him into it. Know the system. You gotta learn the system. His first game, he didn't look that good, right? He made some mistakes, but then the second game they coached him up. All of a sudden, here he comes, right?
Yep.
I was honestly expecting him to possibly be making a bid for the Sam linebacker mid-season ish. After he's had some time with the team and got to know how the NFL works and all that. And I mean, D. Winter's still looking good. You know, Taylor Bethune, he was. I guess he's got some sort of sore back thing going on.
Yeah.
But we're talking. I'm talking about the whole position group at this point, right?
Right. Yeah.
But Tatum Bethune he's looked solid too. So it's like, all of a sudden we went from Fred Warner in the mids to, holy crap,
you got some guys that could fill in there. Yeah.
Yes.
You got some guys that could stay next to him. So that's definitely a good one. Hold up, before we go any further, can we give a happy belated birthday shout out to our partner in crime, Brian Culp?
Yeah.
His birthday was yesterday. Shout out to BC. He's a great guy. I know we go back and forth, but he's my dude. It's because I love him like a brother. He's awesome. BC, I hope you had a great day. I'm sure you did. Enjoy, and we're thinking about you, brother.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. BC turned some age. He's younger than me.
Some age,
I'll say that.
He's another one. Those young guys.
I know how old he is. It's just, I don't know if he wants that shared publicly.
Oh, he's listening. He's listening. There he is. Hey, what's going on, BC? Happy birthday, buddy. Yeah, yo.
Oh, Bebop, other linebacker.
Curtis Robinson. Well, he's a guy I wanted to bring up. Forget the game. The game was great. It was good to see some touchdowns, all that good stuff. But let's talk about it. Linebacker, since you bring him up. Remember last preseason, Curtis Robinson was playing well. He was making plays out there, and then he tore his ACL, and that killed his whole season. So it was good to see him out there making plays once again, coming back. I expect him to be in the mix. He's a player that, I don't want to go through the whole roster, but I just want to talk about some guys who I hope would make it. And Curtis Robinson is a guy that I hope makes the roster. I mean, he was the Walter Payton Man of the Year. We know that. So great guy. He is beloved in the locker room, amongst everyone. And I think he's a really good player. I mean, like I said, last preseason, he was playing really good. and then got derailed. And it was like, oh, that was a blow. That was a huge blow. And seeing as how the year went with no Dre Greenlaw and that number 59 quitting on us, we could have used the Curtis Robinson. Right?
100%. You know, and then D Winters last year for some was just always dinged up. And I think it has a lot to do with coaching. I really do, because he was out of position. He was trying to make up for space. He was dinged up because he was just always in the wrong place at the wrong time. And a lot of that has to do with, you know, you have a job to do. You need to be in your spot. And he wasn't in his spot, so he gets a little dinged up. So here we are. We have good coaches for the linebackers, and all of a sudden it looks like one of our better position groups.
Yeah. Well, we know Robert Saleh loves that front seven and working with the linebackers in the front line. That's his thing. And we've seen, like we've mentioned, all these linebackers, they've all made plays. And you mentioned coaching, like we know Robert Saleh, we have these guys just in good position to make plays, right? They just need to be disciplined and be where they should be. And we saw that with like the Curtis Robinson interception. You saw he just dropped back into his zone, stayed disciplined, stayed where he should be, didn't like run off, and the ball came right to him. And that's coaching, right? That's coaching. Hey, this is your spot. This is your place in the zone. Occupy this area. Eyes on the quarterback, see where the ball goes. Boom, made a play. And like you said, D Winters has been around, flying around, making plays, coaching. So I am real excited about the linebacker group. Jess is in the house. What up?
What's good, Jess?
But yeah, Curtis Robinson, this guy I hope makes it. You know, D Winters will be there. I think Tatum Bethune will be there because he plays on special teams as well. And he's been thumping. So I'm pretty sure he'll be in the mix. Is there anybody else from the linebacker group, like any of those backups you would want to see make the team that you can think of?
Well, at this point, we typically keep, 5, 6 guys?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with Fred Warner, D Winters, Nick Martin, Tatum Bethune, and Curtis Robinson, there's 5.
That's 5 right there.
I mean, all these other guys, it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like they've been playing bad. But at the same time, you know, we don't know when is final cut down day?
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. We're going to be hearing what our 53 is tomorrow. Names are going to be dropping.
Well, it's not necessarily the final 53 from what we've learned, though.
Well, we know it's not the final because there's the roster gymnastics that take place. You know, they cut some guys, then it's like, oh, that guy cleared. Let's bring him right back. And they do all that good stuff. And we know some of the young guys they cut just to save money on the roster and things like that. Yeah, but we will hear names being dropped off tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I actually saw a Facebook post saying one guy was already cut. It's like they haven't done anything yet.
Yeah. See, Jess says 4 p.m. tomorrow. Everyone's due. Yeah. Yep. So we skipped over the quarterbacks. They did release 2 guys already. Tanner Mordecai
and Bradley.
And Bradley. Now, based on what I saw from Tanner Mordecai, I was hoping he kind of stays on. And they probably will bring him back just because this is part of that roster gymnastics that they do. You know, cut him, see what they can do, see if they can bring him back, get him on the practice squad. I thought he played very well on Sunday. I mean, he's a guy that's been around. He should know the system by now.
Just doesn't have the experience in the NFL.
Yeah, because he's a young guy. He's young undrafted guy. Has never played really. So, from what he saw, what I saw,
Nate Sudfeld.
Bring back Nate. We brought him back and then let him go right out. So, yeah, Papa J says it'll be playoff time and it still won't be the final 53. You're right. Because we know how we bring people up, send them down, put this guy on IR, designate this guy, bring him back. Oh, it's crazy what we do with the roster. It's all over for real. For real. But I think Tanner will be back. Tanner Mordecai will be back. I think the big guy that we drafted, he'll be on IR all season with his ACL. So we need a third somewhere. And I think that third would be Tanner. And I think that, that's Kyle's experiment for another year. Him loves those guys.
I'm looking at I just looked at news and you remember that 456-pound guy that was in the draft?
Yep.
Bucks just cut him.
Yeah, I saw he got cut earlier. He never practiced. Dude was overweight, just standing on the sideline. Like, I've seen clips of him just on the sideline, just like kind of half stretching, doing stuff. Like, you can get away with that in college, but not the NFL. Not the NFL. So hopefully he gets his nutrition right, gets his body right, and be able to make a run at this thing at another time.
Mm-hmm.
But running backs, we got CMC, we got B-Rob. I think Guerendo makes it. A guy I was really rooting for was Corey Kiner. But we saw how he got injured and had to be carted off, which is really bad. Whenever you get carted off, I know it's a high ankle sprain, but those are the worst kind. And that's usually 6 weeks plus, as we found out. So he won't be back anytime soon, I don't think. So with him being out, I'm hoping we keep Jeff Wilson Jr. on the roster. What do you think about that? Stop watching your porn.
No, that's not it. My mom was actually trying to call me.
My bad. Shout out to Bob.
I kind of told her my schedule, and I told her I will call you back when we get off. I promise. That's just it's cool. But I mean, running back wise,
number 20. Yep.
Jordan James and his broken finger, he's back. He's going to be back, right?
I know.
We got CMC. We got Brian Robinson. I mean,
that's your 1-2 right there.
And Isaac, what happened to Isaac Guerendo? Isn't he injured?
Guerendo played. They said he tweaked his shoulder again on special teams play. Why was he out there on special teams? I have no idea. But when that guy muffed the punt, he was one of the guys that dove into the pile trying to get the ball, and he hurt his shoulder then. They said it isn't anything serious, but he did it did trigger, it was causing him some pain.
Yeah.
So, but he should be okay.
I mean, Jeff Wilson Jr. is the guy that we could probably cut and bring back on the practice squad.
True, but
it's just one of those
he knows the system and
looked
good in preseason. Like, if we're returning to bully ball, and everybody wants us to keep pounding the rock, running the rock, we need a stable of backs, healthy ones. And like CMC, B-Rob, and Jeff Wilson Jr. are the only 3 healthy backs that are on the roster currently, like as of right now.
That is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And the Corey Kiner thing, it was kind of sad to see him get hurt and cut. And
he was running so well. I like the way he
bring him back on the practice squad. I don't know if he's cleared all the waivers yet or anything.
He did. I believe he did. They cut him and he completely cleared waivers, so they can bring him back. And seeing as how he fits the mold of what they like to do, just one cut downhill runner, has some shiftiness. I believe they'll bring him back.
That's kind of describing Jordan James too. One cut downhill runner.
Yeah.
Doesn't fumble.
Yeah.
Doesn't fumble and knows how to score a touchdown. So it's like,
yeah.
That's half the reason that was like my scouting report from the draft when I was, looking at running backs. I was like, you know what? I like this kid. He fits our system, and I also like Corey Kenner too. When we got him a UDFA, I was excited,
Yeah. We just talked about him. Pay attention. Now, Jordan James, we just didn't see him in preseason because of that broken finger. So it was like, I didn't see him. So I don't know. So running backs is going to be interesting.
The most interesting group.
Yeah, I would think so. Just because there was so many guys injured, but
I'm thinking wide receiver is going to be the most.
Wide receiver is going to be fun because it's like who makes it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like one of the guys I really liked that kind of showed up and was making plays throughout this thing, and he was only around for 2 games, but was Robbie Chosen. Robbie was out there playing some good ball with the backups.
And right now we're kind of thin.
We are kind of thin.
We're gonna be missing Demarcus Robinson, right?
Yep.
John Jennings, we don't know. Like there's people making reports. Oh, if he's still holding out, they're gonna put him in whatever. You don't know what's going on there. You're not in the
exactly. Yeah, they're speculating. They don't know anything.
And then, and Kyle says he expects him back week 1.
Yeah.
So
13 days.
So there's Juwan Jennings, Ricky Purcell is there, Jacob Cowing, partial tear of the hamstring.
Yeah, he tore that thing.
He's out 6 weeks.
Yep, he tore it.
So that's what the reports are. Is he's out at least 6 weeks.
See, Justin saying we definitely add another wide receiver, either trade or sign Gabe Davis. I don't think so. I think they would have done that by now. I think Kyle's going to go with what he has.
Well, so I mean, what's going on with Jordan Watkins? Because I was trying to look for something on him, and that's like
he has a high ankle sprain.
Yeah,
remember, so he has a high ankle sprain
at least week 2.
So that's 4 weeks. Yeah.
Right.
Remember, did it last week. So week 1, I don't think so. I don't think he'll be back. I think week 2 is the earliest he'll be back.
Yeah, it'll be week 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's when he'll be back. So here we are. We're starting to get down the roster a little bit. You got Junior Bergen, who's the guy who did muff the punt. He's supposed to be the special team return specialist.
But they signed Sky Moore. They traded for Sky Moore and brought him in. And so he was doing most of the return duty on Saturday. Like he immediately took that over and didn't muff anything. His receiving, I don't know if it's him or the coverage or the quarterback, but he didn't really make many plays receiving. But you never know how he'll look with Brock and everyone else on the field. So you don't know.
Keep in mind, this is his 4th year in the league. He's had Patrick Mahomes at QB with Travis Kelce. And, those guys don't necessarily have a ton of weapons, to be honest. But they did have him. He was there for 3 years, and he really didn't do much with them either, receiving.
I still think because he was the low man on the totem pole with the receivers. Like, he's really a return man and gadget play guy. Like you saw yesterday, we ran him on like a jet sweep, just to get him use his speed, get him out in space. So, I think that's the way he'll be used. I think that was foreshadowing how Kyle will use him, use that speed. Brian says we really don't have a true wide receiver 1. Well, if Jennings proved last season he could be a wide receiver 1. I think he stepped up. and showed a lot. And at the end of the season, those last 2 games, Kyle said, "Hey, Ricky, you're wide receiver 1. We're calling your number." And he showed up. So can he carry that momentum, keep that going into this season?
Well, so far I got 3 locks out of all the guys we've talked about for the roster.
Okay. Yeah, everyone else is like Isaiah Hodgins, right? It's like Sky Moore, is this guy, that guy. And I think you're going to have
Moore's number 3.
These 3.
Then you got like who?
Isaiah Hodgins,
Junior Bergen, more than likely
Terrell Owens,
because we got Sky Moore.
Tariq, sorry, I said Terrell. Well, bring Terrell Owens back. Everybody wants to bring everybody else back. Tariq Owens.
We could use some depth.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry's always around. Suit him up too.
Owens didn't look bad. Robbie Chosen didn't look bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be our fourth and fifth wide receiver currently.
Yeah. I'm thinking you'll see those guys on the roster until the other guys return, right? And when Jordan Watkins gets healthy,
Watkins,
when he gets healthy,
Robinson back.
It'll be bye Isaiah Hodgins. DeMarcus Robinson comes back. See you later, Robbie Chosen. Things like that. It'll be definitely be a revolving door at wide receiver for a while.
Man. That's gonna be the one I'm really interested in. I mean, offensive line is it's still Trent Williams, Pooney in the mids.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say.
I'm just looking to see who takes over at left guard. It's all about who's going to take over at left guard.
And I mean, I'm all for Ben Bartch, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy throughout his career.
Exactly. He's been dinged up. And
when he's on the field, yeah, he looks good, but keeping him on the field is kind of
I know.
You know how we are.
Yeah.
We're hard on players, okay?
And
me, I'm hard on things. 49ers are hard on players. It's the same thing.
And with a young guy like Connor Colby stepping up, getting a whole bunch of reps, playing with the ones, could they say, hey, it worked out with Dominic Pooney. Let's roll the dice with this young guy and put him out there and just have him next to Trent and learn. Right? That could be it. So left guard is definitely one to watch, and I don't know who's going to take that thing over. I don't have a favorite there. I just want somebody to take that thing over. Take that thing over. Brian, why is Jennings upset? Didn't he just get paid? He's not upset. He's not upset. He just asks for a pay raise. It happens in everyday life. People go to their boss, hey, boss, I had a good year. I think I deserve a raise. The boss says, well, we don't just give money out automatically. We got to sit down. We got to talk about it. Let's discuss. And there you go. It's business. There's nothing to be upset about. And yes, he did just get a pay raise last year. He's looking for another one. So that's part of the talks.
Yep. Well, the thing is, if you go and you sign him to another, 2-year deal, it starts next year, right? Then is that really a 1-year deal because he's going to be asking for more money the next year? I mean, it's kind of
messed up. You hope players don't do that, right? and honor their contracts, but things happen, right? Things happen. Yes, Juwan Jennings was there for OTAs. He showed up for the beginning of camp. He was on field. He was practicing. Then he re-injured that calf of his, and he's been out ever since. So it's not like he just hasn't shown up completely. He was there. He was practicing. He was participating. Then he got dinged up.
And like Kyle said, I expect him back at practice.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Oh, Kenny. I bet you still have that fake ID, don't you? I bet you still have it.
Well, nowadays they scan you.
Exactly. They scan them now.
Pull something like that off, you know?
Right. You got to have some deep, deep connections to pull that off. How many times do you pay for a hamburger? Uh-oh. Kenny being cheap. That's what Bryant's trying to say right there. Kenny was just being cheap, not paying for the hamburgers. D-line. Let's switch to the other side of the ball. Start off with the D-line. Got to say Sebastian Vasquez was one of my fan favorites of camp in preseason. I like the way he looked. If we're going to go with a whole bunch of linemen, I would hope he would be one of them. But I know it's going to be tricky. I know it's deep. We got a lot of players on that defensive line. But he was a guy I would hope, just because his motor would make the roster on something on a Tuesday.
Well, you know, Salah's back, so we're going to keep what, 9-10?
Yeah, yep. You know how he does. He likes to have a huge rotation of guys.
So, you know, you got Bosa, Mikael Williams, right? Samo, Bryce Huff, who's going to be the situational pass rusher, right?
Yep.
And what? So you think
Collins,
Sebastian Valdez? Huh?
Collins, CJ West. We know they're making it, right?
Yes, yes, the rookies are for sure making it.
That's 6 right there.
Then
you got a Jordan Elliott. He's making it. Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis is making it. That's 8.
Kalia Davis has actually had a better camp in preseason this year than he did last year.
Yep. He'll be on the roster. So that's 2 spots left.
That might be motivation from these rookies coming in and him going, I better get to work.
Well, they reported he's been completely healthy this year. He's been around the facility, just working out, being there, and it's paying off. Right? So there you go.
That's 8 with 4 interior guys, right?
That's 8.
So Sebastian Valdez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who? That's 9. So who's 10?
That's 9. Who would be the 10th guy?
Yetur Gross-Matos is injured.
Well, he's injured, so he's going to start off on IR.
How many players can you put on IR preseason and bring back during the season, though? Isn't there a limit? I think there's a limit.
There is a limit. Isn't it like 8 or something?
I can't remember how many it was. When it comes to preseason, I think it's a low number.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to the regular season, I do think it's 8 guys you can put on IR and bring back.
Oh, I forgot about Evan Anderson.
Man.
I mean, he makes it too.
That's 11.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, it's a lot of guys on that D-line.
That's a lot of guys on the D-line.
It's a lot. So
I mean, the question of the day is like, how good did Jordan Elliott do, you think? I mean,
team on the run time. He made a few plays when he was out there.
He was with us last year, though, when our run defense was getting 8 alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but it wasn't just him, you know.
I know.
And remember, he was more rotational. He was supposed to be rotational. You know, Collins and that other dude, Hargrave. And we saw Honka. Hargrave just got hurt. He got hurt and was gone.
Malik Collins he's never really been a run defender. He was a good pass rusher.
Yeah.
Never really been a run defender.
Exactly.
So we're asking him to do things he's not really good at.
Exactly. So he was kind of playing stuff he shouldn't have been playing. So,
you know, Kevin Givens tore his bicep or tricep.
Yeah. He'll be on IR.
One of the seps. You know?
Yep. He'll be on IR for at least half the season. He ain't coming back no more. I wish we had Tonka Hemingway. What the heck is that? Oh yeah.
You know all that research we did for the draft series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Tonka Hemingway. Oh man, I'm spelling his name wrong. I don't even know what team he ended up on, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. He ended up on the Raiders.
Oh, there you go.
He did. He ended up on the Raiders. He's kind of light at 6'3", 284, though. It's kind of.
Oh yeah, that's light in the pants. That's a pass rusher right there. I can't see him.
Just the first name, Tonka. That's a.
Yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
So who's at the end of that D line? That's going to be interesting. I have no idea.
It's going to be interesting on do they keep only 9?
Keep 9 or 10, right?
Like who do they cut here? Evan Anderson started showing good things towards the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was starting to look good in camp, and then he bruised his knee.
Yeah, but he played on Saturday. He was out there, doing what they want him to do, just clog up the middle, have guys come in behind you, make plays, and he did it well. So I think Robert Saleh really wants those big bodies in there. Like imagine having him and Alfred Collins next to each other. That's 2 real big dudes,
That is 2 real big dudes.
And to free up those linebackers behind them to make plays. Oh yeah. That's a formula for success right there.
You're really not running
up the middle very easily on them.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you never know who's going to get cut, folks. It's tomorrow. Don't be surprised if you see Jordan Elliott on the cut list.
Yeah.
Because we only have him for 1 more year. So financially, from a business perspective, we have Evan Anderson for 3 more. We have the 2 young guys. Obviously, we have them for 4 years, right? When Kalia Davis, isn't this his last year too?
Yeah. And this might be his last year because he's been here for 3 years now, 3 or 4.
So it might come down to which one of those 2 looked better to the coaches in camp and preseason.
Yeah.
You never know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They keep. I'm telling you, man, tomorrow 4:30 is going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I noticed everyone did their 53-man roster projections.
Yeah. Well, everybody's doing it because it's tomorrow. That's why.
I'm not even trying because you they'll cut a guy. You'll be like, huh?
Yeah, I know. Why they cut that guy? Yeah. So that's why I said, I just want to say who my kind of fan favorite is that I hope makes the team, just because I think they played well and I like to see him on the team, like a Sebastian Valdez on the D line. If he could be that 9th, 10th guy, get him in the rotation for a few snaps, hey, I would like it. Wait, did you guys hear that Kenny Pickett was traded to the Raiders for a 5th rounder? Nope. I know O'Connell broke his wrist and he was requiring wrist surgery. So that's going to keep him out for a big chunk of the season. So they needed a backup. Pete Carroll.
Wow, Kenny Pickett, huh? So now the Cleveland's down to Joe Flacco.
They're down to just Gabriel, 10 quarterbacks now.
Forrest Saunders and that one guy that's on IR, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Pete Carroll did say they wanted a quarterback with some playing experience. So there you go. They went out and got Kenny Pickett for a 5th. More power to him.
And watch him beat Geno out for the starting job at some point.
Hey, that's their problem. That's chewing gum's problem, That guy.
It's funny. I know a guy that was doing, just projections for every, every conference, or not conference, but division.
Yeah.
And he picked the Raiders to win 5. I told him, I think you're being generous.
Wow. People got high hopes just because Pete Carroll's there and Tom Brady's around. Ooh.
Yeah, look at that division.
That division is still rough. Exactly.
The Broncos,
they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Exactly. You're still a last place team, not making the playoffs, just like last year. Like they have an uphill battle.
Straight up.
Yep, uphill battle. Let's move on to the corners, the CBs. I don't think there's any surprises here. The only guy I would say I hope makes the roster is Darrell Luter Jr. Still a good special teams player. I like him on special teams. He's solid there.
That might define his roster spot because, we do have the new special teams coach.
Yeah.
And, our special teams wasn't looking very good last year, but he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We actually lost 3 really good of our better special teamers last year.
I know, last year, yeah. Yep.
Danny Gray and,
Samuel Womack III.
Womack. Those guys were great special teamers.
Exactly.
And then we end up with the last place coverage unit. So it's like surprise.
But hey, I think he plays and he's played some corner and he hasn't been that bad at corner. I know people have reported in practice, in like joint practices, he didn't look too good, but in these games, he looked good. He made some plays on the ball, did some coverage. I think for your backup corner, your 4th, 5th cornerback, I don't think he's a bad option to have on there. You add that with special teams value, I think he makes the team. I'm hoping he makes the team. I mean, like we just said, I just like him out there for special teams.
Well, we got Lenore, we got Renardo Green.
Mm-hmm.
Upton Stout's coming back. Lucas has actually looked really good at nickel. Yep. So that's another guy to bring in on the inside when they go with 10 wide receivers or whatever they're doing,
Yep.
So there's 4 guys that I think will definitely make the roster. Trey Brown. What do you think about that? No?
Didn't he cut him? Isn't he already gone?
I've been at work all day, so
yeah. He might already be gone. Like we haven't even seen him. Like I've seen more of what's that dude's name? Like Canteen and Saron Neal and Jacob Robinson, all those guys over him. So like I'd rather have one of those guys, like a Dallas Flowers, who I think will make the team.
Well, I'm trying to see. Placed on injured reserve.
No, there you go. That's what it was. I knew we lost them in some way, shape, or form. So
there it is.
There you go. That's why we haven't seen him.
Yeah, but he has a heel injury. It's kind of an odd one, but okay.
Yep.
Shiloh Sanders is available, Kenny. He's already been cut. He was cut early by the Buccaneers. So,
that's why he's saying he's available. But if we transition to safety, I think we're fine at safety. I would simply like Siegel to start. I think he's earned the starting spot.
He's looked good.
Yeah, Marquise Siegel has looked real good. I was excited when they drafted him. Dude just looks like a player, and turns out he is. Hey, how about that? Who starts next to him? I have no idea.
Well, you don't think Jair Brown's earned it?
Well, could it be Jair Brown? Could it be Jalen Mahoney who made some plays?
Pinnock.
Jason Pinnock. Jason Pinnock. It's like all those guys
Eventually,
were
we
kind
do
of like,
get Mustafa. We will get
yeah,
Mustafa back.
and that's the thing. It's like I think Siegel will be there, and it's like who plays until Mustafa returns. So
That's the question of the day.
yeah, like that's the question of the day right there. Like, which one of those guys do they keep? Do they keep all five? I don't think so. So which ones do they keep? And then who's going to be the week one starter? So that's a head scratcher right there. I really have no favorites from the group. Well, Siegel, I say, was my favorite. Let me retract that. Siegel was my favorite, and I hope he starts. But other than that, I have no idea what they'll do. None. So that's
I honestly think we'll probably see Siegel and Pinnock starting.
Yeah.
Jair Brown, he might be on the roster, but he doesn't look like that one year he was under Steve Wilkes. He actually looked pretty good, right?
Well, they simply that's because remember they simplified things as well, though. Like they stopped with the whole interchangeable safety thing, and Tashawn Gibson, who was there at the time, he played free safety, and Jair Brown played strong safety, and they each had defined roles to simplify things and keep it that way. And in that essence, he was good. He was right. He was able to just stick to his one role, run around, make plays. Last year, they tried to make him the free safety and the guy that calls and makes the signals and stuff, and it didn't work out. Because I don't think that's his role. I don't think that's what he does best.
It's not.
Yeah. So, you gotta sometimes you gotta go to a player's strengths and do what they do best and try to, saying, hey, I need you to do this. Just tell them, no, do this one thing that you do well, and we'll take care of the rest.
Well, also keep in mind, I mean, we have some corners that were playing pretty good. Upton Stout actually played safety.
Yeah, I know. He played safety, some safety
he
too.
Would come up and play the nickels. It's kind of like that 94 49ers team. You remember we had Merton Hanks, Tim McDonald, Deion Sanders, and Eric Davis. The other team would bust out the third wide receiver. We wouldn't even go into nickel. They just bring up Merton Hanks and everyone would be one-on-one.
Yep. Because they were so strong, they could do that.
The role Upton Stout had, more or less, So I wouldn't be surprised to even see him at safety.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to keep him at slot corner because he could do so much. But you never know. Who knows? It's going to be interesting. I can't wait for the cut downs and then that first roster depth chart. That's going to be fun to see. That first depth chart that comes out. Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely interesting.
We talked tight ends.
Who they penciled in. Nah, we kind of skipped over the tight ends.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
We skipped over the tight ends. Because it's like it's George Kittle and those guys.
Hold on, right. It's George Kittle, our 6 offensive linemen, Farrell, right? Is it? Oh, did I mess up his name?
No, Luke Farrell. So those are locks, right?
Okay,
we know those two are locks.
I'm horrible at names. I was thinking I messed it up.
Yeah, Kittle and Farrell are locks, right? Gotcha. But then you got between Jake Tonjes, Braden Willis.
I honestly think Jake Tonjes. I mean, we did keep 4 last year, and one of them was inactive for most of the games.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we do this year. I honestly look at Jake Tonjes, though. I mean, Braden Willis has had a few years to prove something.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is Jake Tonjes' second year with us. Tonjes.
Yeah, he just came last year.
Now, the reason I say that is because, folks, I grew up. My neighbors were the Tonjes. So
there you go.
Don't mind me.
Yeah. Do we still have Ross? I think Ross Dwelly went on IR. I'm pretty sure he got nicked. And
he has the best hands on the team.
Yeah, I know, best hands on the team, but you can't stay healthy. You can't stay healthy. What can you do? So yeah. So he's not in the mix. What can you do? But yeah,
Gunnar Helm. Oh, Kenny, don't tell me that. That's one of the rookie tight ends I liked. It had a lot to do with his first name. Okay.
Yeah, he's gone in some way.
I'm one of those guys that's like, whoa, they're Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So tomorrow's going to be fun to see these names drop off. Who stays, who goes. I think.
What kind of surprise are we going to see?
Yeah, right? Any surprises, right? Any surprises. And what I'm really going to be surprised with is, like, if another team cuts a player, do we swoop in and try to claim him?
Oh yeah, Dwelly got cut on the 15th.
There you go. He gone. Didn't
even hit the news. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he gone. Yeah, but I'm interested to see, if a player gets cut, do the team just swoop in and jump on him and be like, hey, we like this team, we like this guy when he was in the draft, last year, this year, 2 years ago, whatever. So we had an opportunity to pick him up. That type of thing that they always say.
Happens to us, don't it?
Yeah. Well, our players get picked up a lot.
Players.
Yeah. We cut players and they get picked up a lot. So,
but yeah, I can see us like a lot of people are speculating, oh, the Niners are looking to pick up a corner. I honestly don't think so. From what I've seen out of the group we currently have, I just don't. The Niners don't value corner like they do D-line. Corner, D-line.
Yeah, it starts up front. D-line, linebackers, then corner. That's the way it goes.
We got Lenore. We got our number one corner.
Yep.
We got Green. We got the other outside guy.
Exactly. He's our number 2. There you go. Boom.
We got Upton Stout to play nickel.
Yep.
If not Lucas. So either way, we're covered there.
Right. So we're fine. It's who's going to be behind them. That's the question. But, knock on wood, we ain't got to worry about that. They'll just be there all season. So we don't have to worry about who's behind them. Brian Cope says Jake Moody season. You know it. It's Moody time. He's going to tear it up.
Do you just want Kool-Aid McKinstry because his name is Kool-Aid?
Yep.
Be honest.
Exactly. This dude, see, the Feliciano thing is funny to me because he retired.
Jose Feliciano. I thought it was. Is that John's brother?
Yeah, exactly. We know Jose. He's gonna play some good guitar and have some good tunes going on. But Feliciano retired because of a bad knee. Is that knee any better now? And he just started a podcast. So, like, does he really want to play, or he just talking caca? You know what I mean?
I think he's just gonna talk caca.
Exactly. Kool-Aid was Brian's guy. Hey, no bashing the birthday boy. Although he says it still is. So that's good stuff.
That was cousin?
I guess so. Who knows? Deep family.
Remember, I used to have like 8 kids living next door. They used to come raid my house. I think I told you about that. One time I was talking to Rita. That's one of the kids. And I'm asking her, she's like, yeah, we're going to a family reunion. And they got this entire park ready to go. I'm like, a whole park? How many cousins you got? She's like, I lost count. But last time I had count, it was 150. I'm sitting there looking at her like, both their parents come from big families, like 9-10 kid families.
Yeah.
So that's
those 2 big families joined together. I got this one gigantic family.
Those 19-20 people have kids themselves. It ends up skyrocketing pretty quick.
Exactly. Insane. Brian turned 23 today. That's right. He's a decent young man. Good young man. Good stuff. Special teams, we know what special teams is. I don't want to get into the Jake Moody negativity. I think it's ridiculous, but who knows what'll go on with him, but he's here for now. And I think he had a good preseason. It was very successful. You know, I know people want to harp on just the 3 plays that weren't successful, but every other play was. So let's hope he just does well during the regular season, you know? He's a good egg. Yes, he is.
Well, you know, when it comes to Moody, I mean, he misses an extra point, everyone's having a heart attack. You know, I'm like, it's preseason. This is when you do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But if you notice, he made the next 4 kicks.
Exactly.
And the next four kicks were right down Broadway too. I mean, right down the middle of the goalpost. There was no question of whether they were good or not, because they were right down the middle. But no one talks about that. They just want to harp on the one thing. It was just like last week when he missed the 53-yard field goal. It doesn't matter that he made 5 other kicks. Everyone just talked about the one he missed. It's terrible. So, thoughts on the new punter? The new punter he's kind of wild. I saw him like you know, most punters catch it and they just go straight and kick it. He was kind of walking sideways sometimes and kicking it and doing a one-handed drop. I was like, is he like showing off? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It was because of the rush? Like, I wish somebody would ask Brant Boyer about that. But of course, reporters don't want to do their job. They just want to talk about one guy and one thing. But anyway, I haven't seen him booming any punts or anything. His punts had some good hang time though. I'd give him that, but they aren't, you know, the 50-yard punts that I'm hoping for, right? The booming punts that you see a receiver back up. But I guess a good punt with some good hang time has its merits also. You force a fair catch. Let me put it that way.
Yep. This year, I do expect our special teams to go to do this. You know,
well,
being ranked,
nowhere to go. It's got nowhere to go but up. But
nowhere to go but up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But I agree with you though. I think it'll be a ranked special teams, as in the top 10. We saw just this preseason, it looked a lot better. I mean, that coverage unit, they was getting downfield and tackling and, you know, making sure there was no big return. They gave up I think it was like 2 kicks they gave up a few yards on, but like nothing dangerous, right? Nothing big. So I think it will be a good turnaround. And I don't know. I'm not sure if it was game 1 or game 2, but I noticed like before the unit went off on the field, like the coaches were there coaching them up, saying exactly what they wanted, what the plan was, you know, making sure everybody's on the same page. And I think that's huge, right? You want to see guys constantly being coached up so that unit could be the best it could be. So I do think it will be a ranked unit when the year is done.
I got no problem with that.
No, not at all.
I'd be happy with middle of the pack compared to what you know.
I hear you. Most definitely. All right, David, you got anything else, man? Anything else you want to add to the forum?
Well, you know, we got the Sea Chickens week 1, folks.
Week 1, 2 weeks, 13 days away.
Cut down day tomorrow. That's when we're going to find out the answers to all these questions. Who makes it and who don't.
Exactly.
Wide receiver group's going to be that's going to be interesting right there. You know, do they choose chosen or do they tell him he's not chosen?
Exactly. going to be interesting. It's going to be extremely interesting. So, who knows? Who knows? Oop. Kenny said Moody's holder is gone. He struggled ever since. That's something people don't talk about. But when Mitch Wisnowski went down last year, and they brought in that bootleg Jimmy G looking guy, his holding did suck. And I'm not saying that just as a fan. I was listening to some like ex-kickers talk about this, and they were saying like the laces aren't out, the ball is tilted, things like that. It's not good for a kicker. So what can you do?
That's true.
Yep.
What are we talking about in the chat here?
I know what's going on here. These guys are wild. Thanks for everybody in the chat for coming through. You guys are awesome as always. David, what you got going on this week?
Well, I got Corey Davis 49er Wednesday, where we'll be talking about the final 53-man roster.
Nice.
Well, it won't necessarily be finalized, but we'll be talking about the 53 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know. I don't think it'll be finalized till Thursday. That's when all the action actually stops, right?
Great point. Great point. Because you'll have guys clear waivers and then be re-signed. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's when things really get interesting, is Thursday.
Yes.
But, we'll be talking about the 53-man cut down and the people we're sad to see go, obviously, Also on Wednesday, guess what's happening, folks? This guy right here is on East Coast Red and Gold.
That's right. East Coast Red and Gold, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Join us. Jess was in here earlier, chatting it up with us. But make sure you join us on East Coast Red and Gold podcast. That right there. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to David's channel. We'll be on his channel next Monday. Most likely previewing the Sea Chickens game, right?
That's right.
So it'll be time for some actual 49er football, which is going to be awesome. But oh wait, thank you, Jess. She corrected me. I totally forgot.
It was 6:30 this week.
So this Wednesday, yes, 6:30 Eastern, because we got two special guests. Larry Kruger will be on, as well as Jess. Help me out. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Put it in there, Jess. We got two guests on. Kruger's one, and somebody else.
Miyoko. Is it Miyoko?
No.
I think I remember her talking about this last week.
No.
Lund and Bruce.
There you go. There you go. We got London Bruce on.
But yeah, hopefully, I mean, that's 4:30 my time, the forgotten time zone, Mountain Standard Time, folks. But and hopefully I'm a grandpa by then. So,
all right. That'll be good stuff.
Another thing happening Wednesday.
Yep.
Dang, dude, I need to set up the show and
you got a busy day. You got a busy day.
Hope that it happens by then too. It's like, oh boy.
But yeah, everybody come on in, join us. That's going to be fun. That's our show for tonight. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Always remember, stay faithful. David, take us home, please.
Hey, as Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
That's right. See you, everybody.
And I say F the Rams.
F them.